Imagine for a moment that every struggle you face, the doubts, the fears, the insecurities, isn't just an obstacle, but a compass pointing toward your true purpose. Pause and think about it. What if the answers you've been searching for lie buried within the parts of yourself you've ignored or rejected? Today, we'll dive deep into one of the most fascinating ideas in psychology and philosophy, the concept of the hidden self. This isn't just theory. It's a roadmap to understanding who you are and why you're here. By the end of this journey, you'll see how embracing your hidden self can unlock your potential, your passion, and your freedom. And trust me, the final insight will change the way you see yourself forever. Let's start with a name you might recognize: Carl Jung. A pioneer in exploring the depths of the human psyche, Jung introduced the idea of the hidden self, a part of us that operates beneath the surface, outside our conscious awareness. It's made up of all the traits, desires, and impulses we deem unacceptable or unworthy. But here's the twist. This hidden self isn't just baggage to carry or discard. It holds the raw materials for our greatest strengths and achievements. Think about it. How often do you avoid certain thoughts because they make you uncomfortable? How often do you judge others for qualities you secretly see in yourself? If you've ever found yourself reacting strongly to someone else's behavior, chances are they've tapped into something deep within you. As Jung famously said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. The hidden self isn't just about darkness, it's about untapped potential. It's the energy we bury because we're afraid to face it. Take a moment to reflect on your life. Are there aspects of yourself you try to keep hidden, not just from others, but even from yourself? Maybe it's a fear of failure, a simmering anger, or a persistent envy. Perhaps it's a dream you've convinced yourself is impractical or unattainable. What if these weren't flaws to erase, but messages waiting to be understood? Jung believed that by confronting our hidden self, we could integrate it into our conscious awareness, a process he called individuation. This isn't easy. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to step into the unknown. But the rewards are profound. Individuation is the journey of discovering not just the persona you show the world, but the complete, authentic self that includes both light and shadow. Consider the heroes of mythology. Hercules didn't just battle external monsters, he faced his own rage and flaws. Luke Skywalker had to confront the darkness within before becoming a Jedi. These stories mirror our psychological journeys. The question is, are you ready to take that first step? Are you willing to look at the parts of yourself you've been running from and ask, what are you trying to teach me? Jung's philosophy teaches us that the hidden self isn't an enemy. It's a guide. It speaks to us through dreams, fears, and even relationships. Have you ever had a recurring dream or felt inexplicably drawn to a particular idea or person? These may be signs of your hidden self trying to communicate. Awareness is the first step. Pay attention to emotions and reactions that feel disproportionate or intense. They're clues to what lies beneath. Once you identify these hidden aspects, the next step is acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean indulging every impulse or acting on every desire. It means acknowledging these parts without judgment and understanding their role in your life. Imagine how liberating it would be to no longer fear your flaws, but to see them as tools for growth. Think about how much more confident and authentic you'd feel by embracing your whole self. In the coming sections, we'll explore practical steps for integrating your hidden self. We'll uncover how turning what feels like darkness into light can lead you to your life's purpose. And remember, the most profound insight is yet to come. Stay with us, because by the end of this journey, you'll have a clear path not just to understanding your hidden self, but using it as a guide to your destiny. Let's go deeper into the mysterious realm of the hidden self. It shows up in countless ways: in our habits, relationships, and especially in our reactions. Have you ever experienced an emotional outburst and wondered later why you reacted so strongly? That moment when emotion overrides reason is often your hidden self revealing itself. Why does it have such power over us? Jung believed it's because of its unconscious nature. The more we deny or suppress a part of ourselves, the more control it gains. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. The harder you push, the more violently it resurfaces. Now imagine bringing that hidden part to the surface and understanding its origins. How much more control would you have over your life? How much freer would you feel? One powerful example of working with your hidden self is the concept of projection. Jung argued that when we disown parts of ourselves, we often see those traits in others, amplifying our reactions to them. For instance, if you struggle with feelings of inadequacy, you might criticize others who seem overconfident or dismiss those who excel in areas where you feel insecure. This isn't just a quirk, it's a mirror. The world reflects back the parts of ourselves we haven't yet acknowledged. As Jung put it, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. Take a moment to reflect. Is there someone in your life who triggers a strong emotional response? Instead of focusing on their behavior, ask yourself, what does this reaction reveal about me? What part of my hidden self am I projecting onto them? This isn't about self-blame, it's about self-discovery. Each projection is an opportunity to reclaim a piece of yourself. Let's expand this idea further by exploring how the hidden self relates to purpose. Often, the parts of ourselves we suppress are closely tied to our unique gifts and passions. For example, someone who suppresses their creativity out of fear of failure might find that embracing it leads them to their life's work. Purpose isn't something we find externally, it's something we uncover internally. It's about aligning with our authentic self, which includes both light and shadow. As Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. So, how do we begin this process of alignment? Start with self-inquiry. Ask questions that challenge your assumptions about who you are. What do you fear most about yourself? What have you been told is unacceptable? What dreams or passions have you abandoned because they felt impractical? Write these down, reflect on them. You might be surprised by what emerges when you give your hidden self a voice. Journaling is another powerful tool for working with your hidden self. Jung himself kept extensive journals, using them to explore his unconscious mind. He encouraged his patients to write down their dreams, as dreams are a direct line to the unconscious. Pay attention to recurring themes or symbols in your dreams and ask yourself, what message might my unconscious be trying to convey? Now, consider the transformative power of integration. Imagine a painter who refuses to use dark colors in their work. Their paintings may be beautiful, but they lack depth and contrast. When we embrace our hidden self, we become like an artist who uses the full spectrum of colors, light and dark, to create a masterpiece. Integration doesn't mean acting on every dark impulse or letting the hidden self dominate your life. It means understanding and accepting these aspects as part of your humanity. This acceptance fosters compassion, not only for yourself, but also for others. You begin to see that everyone carries a hidden self, and this shared experience connects us on a profound level. Embracing your hidden self is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong process. It requires patience, courage, and a commitment to growth. But the rewards are immense. You gain clarity about your purpose, a deeper sense of inner peace, and the ability to live authentically. Here's a critical insight. Your purpose isn't just about you. Jung believed that individuation contributes to the collective unconscious, the shared pool of human experience. When you confront your hidden self and align with your true self, you don't just transform your own life, you inspire and elevate those around you. In the next section, we'll explore practical steps for integrating your hidden self into daily life. We'll discuss how embracing this hidden side can lead to healthier relationships, greater creativity, and a life that feels truly aligned with who you are. The most profound truth is still to come. Stay with us as we uncover the ultimate revelation about your hidden self and how it holds the key to your destiny. As we move forward, let's focus on applying these insights in everyday life. Understanding your hidden self is a powerful start, but true transformation comes through integration. This is the bridge between awareness and action, where you begin weaving your hidden aspects into the fabric of your being. One of the first steps is practicing radical self-honesty. Look at yourself without filters or excuses. It takes courage to admit, yes, I feel jealousy, or yes, I sometimes judge others unfairly. But here's the key. Self-honesty isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. Think of it like cleaning a cluttered room. You can't organize the space until you first acknowledge the mess. Similarly, you can't integrate your hidden self until you recognize its presence. A practical way to begin is by paying attention to your emotional triggers. The next time you feel a strong reaction, whether it's anger, fear, or admiration, pause and ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? What does this situation reveal about me? Once you've identified aspects of your hidden self, the next step is dialogue. Jung often encouraged his patients to engage with their hidden self as if it were a separate entity. This might sound unusual, but it's a way of externalizing and understanding these hidden parts. Imagine sitting across from your hidden self and asking, why do you feel this way? What are you trying to protect me from? What do you need to feel acknowledged? This dialogue can happen through journaling, meditation, or visualization. The goal is to create a space where your hidden self feels seen and heard. Remember, your hidden self isn't your enemy. It's a part of you that's been trying, in its own flawed way, to protect or guide you. For many, this process leads to surprising revelations. You may discover that a fear you've carried for years stems from a childhood experience, or that a trait you've suppressed is actually a strength waiting to be unleashed. Now, let's explore how integration impacts your relationships. The hidden self doesn't just influence your inner world, it shapes how you interact with others. Often, unresolved aspects of your hidden self manifest as conflict or tension in relationships. Have you ever noticed patterns in your relationships, like attracting the same type of partner or facing similar challenges? Jung believed that relationships act as mirrors, reflecting our unconscious back to us. When you feel triggered by someone, it's often because they embody a trait or behavior that resonates with your own hidden self. By becoming aware of this dynamic, you can transform conflict into growth. Instead of blaming or resenting the other person, ask yourself, what is this situation teaching me about myself? This shift in perspective deepens your self-awareness and fosters compassion and understanding. Let's take this idea further. How can embracing your hidden self enhance your creativity and purpose? Jung argued that the hidden self isn't just a container for negative traits. It's also a source of untapped potential. The energy you use to suppress your hidden self can be redirected into creative pursuits. For example, suppressed anger might become a driving force for advocacy or social change. A hidden desire for attention could fuel artistic expression or public speaking. When you integrate your hidden self, you reclaim the energy spent hiding it, allowing you to channel it into pursuits that align with your authentic self. Think of some of history's greatest artists, writers, and leaders. Their work often reflects a deep engagement with their own hidden selves. Frida Kahlo's paintings are filled with raw emotion and honesty about pain and identity. Martin Luther King Jr. channeled his anger at injustice into a movement that transformed the world. Jung saw creativity as a pathway to individuation. He believed that engaging in creative activities, whether through art, writing, or problem-solving, helps us access parts of our unconscious, including the hidden self. Now, consider your own life. Are there passions or projects you've set aside because they felt too risky or vulnerable? What if these were expressions of your true self waiting to emerge? As you begin to integrate your hidden self, you'll notice a shift. The traits and feelings that once seemed overwhelming or shameful become sources of strength and wisdom. You'll find yourself living with greater authenticity, confidence, and purpose. In the final section, we'll reveal the ultimate truth about your hidden self and how embracing it can lead to profound transformation, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. Stay with us as we uncover the final, most powerful insight that will tie everything together and illuminate the path to your highest potential. As we reach the culmination of this journey, let's reflect on what we've uncovered. The hidden self, that often feared part of us, isn't a curse to bear. It's a gift waiting to be unwrapped. It holds the key to our authenticity, our creativity, and ultimately, our purpose. But what does it mean to truly embrace your hidden self? And how can this act of integration transform not only your inner world, but the way you engage with life as a whole? To answer these questions, we must confront a truth Jung emphasized. We cannot achieve wholeness by rejecting parts of ourselves. Wholeness comes from unity, bringing all aspects of our being into harmony. Jung famously said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." This is the essence of working with your hidden self, not denying it, but understanding, owning, and using it to fuel your growth. One profound way to make the darkness conscious is through acts of vulnerability. When you openly acknowledge your fears, insecurities, and flaws, you take away their power to control you. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the willingness to say, "This is who I am and I am enough." Consider the relationships in your life. How often do we put on masks, showing only the parts of ourselves we think others will accept? This habit, while understandable, creates a barrier to true connection. By embracing your hidden self, you give yourself permission to show up fully, allowing others to see and love you for who you really are. This kind of authenticity is magnetic. It draws people in, inspires trust, and fosters deeper, more meaningful relationships. And it's not just about personal connections, it's about the impact you can have on the world. When you integrate your hidden self, you stop being at war with yourself. This inner peace radiates outward, influencing how you approach challenges, opportunities, and even your purpose. You become someone who operates from a place of wholeness rather than fragmentation. Let's look at purpose through this lens. Many people spend their lives searching for meaning, believing it's something external to be discovered. But Jung teaches us that purpose arises from within. It's the natural outcome of aligning with your true self, hidden self included. Think about it. Your purpose isn't just what you do, it's who you are. It's the unique combination of your strengths, passions, and struggles that shape how you contribute to the world. The hidden self is an integral part of this equation. It's not a roadblock to your purpose, it's a guide. For example, someone who has struggled with feelings of unworthiness might find their purpose in helping others recognize their own value. Someone who has faced anger or frustration might channel that energy into creating systems of justice or advocacy. Your wounds can become your wisdom. Now, let's address the most profound insight of all. Jung believed that integrating the hidden self doesn't just transform the individual, it has the potential to transform humanity. Why? Because when you confront your own darkness, you become more compassionate, understanding, and empathetic. You recognize that the struggles you've faced are not unique to you, they're part of the shared human experience. Imagine a world where more people embraced their hidden selves. Instead of projecting their fears and insecurities onto others, they would own them, heal them, and grow from them. Conflicts would diminish, understanding would deepen, and humanity would move closer to collective enlightenment. This is the true power of working with your hidden self. It's not just about self-improvement, it's about contributing to a more conscious, connected, and compassionate world. As we conclude, I leave you with a challenge. Look within, not just at the parts of yourself you're proud of, but also at the parts you've hidden away. Ask yourself, what is my hidden self trying to teach me? How can I use its lessons to live more authentically? What steps can I take today to begin this journey of integration? Remember, this isn't a one-time process, it's a lifelong journey. But each step brings you closer to the person you're meant to be, someone of depth, purpose, and wholeness. As we close, I invite you to share your thoughts, reflections, and questions. What has this exploration of the hidden self revealed to you? What resonates most deeply? Your insights might inspire someone else to take the first step on their own journey. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one where you embrace all of who you are and step boldly into the life you were meant to live. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you find courage, wisdom, and peace as you continue to explore the depths of your being.